possess, you're showing up for yourself, you're trying to be authentic yourself, you're being real to yourself, right? And you know in your capacity, that's all that matters, right? So I really want to take into consideration, because you're not supposed to be walking on the fine line. You're not supposed to be comparing yourself to other people. You're supposed to be showing up for yourself, doing the best that you can do, right? And that's why it's personal development. It's your personal, right, development on your growth journey, right? So I really want us to take that in consideration, because it's going to be different for everybody, right? That's why I always tell people to mind your what? Mind your business, right? So let's get back into it, right? So I want us to, like I said, normalize and reduce the shame, right? So many people, right, believe that growth should be clean, linear, and steady, right? Mistakes, inconsistencies, and setbacks often feel like failure, right? This creates pressure that makes people hesitate, overthink, or even stop what they want to do, and they shut down, right? So I really want us to take that into consideration again, right? It's to mind our business. Let's worry about ourselves. It's not supposed to be linear. It's not a straight path. Like, right, life goes up and down. It fluctuates, right? Life's not Candyland, as I always emphasize, right? So I really want us to pull it back, right? So if you're struggling doesn't mean, like I said, you're doing something wrong. You're not showing up for yourself. It often means, like I said, you're actually in the process. You know what I mean? You have some type of understanding what's going on, right? But I want us to reduce the shame once again. Let's get back on track. Let's worry about our personal development. That's who's beneficial for us, right? And let's not worry about what people got going on. Let's pull it back to our personal development, so we're able to have our personal growth, so we can get the outcomes of what we want to be, or what we want. So in regards to psychoeducation, something that's going to be able to help us stay grounded, pulling it back in regards to my first key point, right? So growth is naturally uneven. It includes progress, right? We have our plateaus in regards to, our high points, right? We also have our setbacks, that pull us back, right? So the brain learns through repetition, right? That consistency, that discipline, And we got to have, that balance, right? But at the same time, too, we also learn through effort. In addition to that adjustment, we have to be able to adjust things, right? So avoiding these mistakes limits our learning, in addition to it slows our progress, right? So when you're trying to be perfect, right, walking on that fine line, you're avoiding that learning curve, right? So I really want us to take that in consideration, right? Stop trying to be able to making yourself in this anxiety where you gotta you just have all this, like you just can't even progress because you're being too hard on yourself, right? So let loose, let go. Even people out there that have that ego, right? Like, take it easy, put the fence down, be easy, be kind to yourself, right? And allow yourself to just be able to realize that this is going to be a journey for you to be able to grow, learn, and regardless of what happens, you're still going to be able to